Konnichiwa, ёб твою мать.
Hello, my dear English-speaking friends. It's me again, your favorite Slav independent game developer, MrPink. In this video, I'll explain that Steam still don't want to pay us any money. Also, I'll talk about the development of Golden Dollar. And also, maybe I'll explain why Golden Light is such a weird thing. So, let's talk politics first. Steam is still holding our money in hostages. In theory, it's for the well-being of the whole world. If Russian people will not get any money, they will not pay any taxes for the Russian government. Well, I kinda get it, and I kinda tolerate this a bit, but like still, people are fucked. It is like a never-ending nightmare, you know. Me and my friends are fucked by sanctions directly. Those sanctions are a result of actions of my country, and actions of my country is a result of like something else. It will take you the whole life to understand and explain everything. All the connections, all the reasons, all the whys and results. Imagine you living your simple life, working on your projects, making some plans on life, and the other morning you're waking up in like parallel dimension. Your country where you lived your whole life, your home is it's still kinda your country and your home, but now it's all covered in those that symbols. That Z. It's all so fucking stupid. At least they could use some actual Cyrillic letters. Why not? It's scary, you know. I feel it kinda like living with abusive, forever drunk father who beats you and scares the shit out of you like every day. Some people asking like why you're not leaving, why you'll not fly away from Russia to somewhere else. Because there's some reasons why I cannot do that. First reason is laziness. The next reason is I kinda love the city I live in. And also there are rumors that in Russian airports police can grab you and they will ask you if you work with intellectual technologies, you know, if you have a laptop in your backpack, it means you are too smart to leave the country. You should stay here, you should work for government and make those intelligent technology researches, you know. It's called intelligent capital of the country, I think. I don't know, do I really look that intelligent? But those are just rumors. I and everybody else right now being bombarded with all that information on what's going on right now, and nobody knows what to believe. But still, hey, you can make games in Russia, dude. Look at me, I made Golden Light and I'm making the Golden Dollar game right now. So hey, I have a pretty prolific indie game developer career. It's a world of opportunities, you know. You should go to Russia and work here on whatever. So I'm working on this game Golden Dollar like every day, and it's getting better and better with every word of code I put into it. I polished camera and guns movement a bit, so still there's that thing with controlling your aim is actually like a toy, you know. It won't let you directly aim to where you want to aim. The position of your gun changed based on your movement. If you move, like if you strafe right, your gun will be a bit delayed and it will move to the left, you know. If you strafe to the left, your gun will move right. So controlling this character kind of feels like you're playing some kind of flight simulator game or underwater submarine simulator game, I don't know. Also, it helps to make the picture more dynamic. Your guns roll around when you move your mouse on the X-axis, and in theory, if you will move your mouse very fast, you can do like this trick, you know. So with this game, I also added some physics to props that you can push, and projectiles now can bump props around. And every gunfight now feels unique and very dynamic with all the destructible levels and flying pink people everywhere. The game moved away from one shot, one kill type of gameplay like in Hotline Miami. So now everyone have their own HP bars. You can take some damage and you can retreat and like hide somewhere to think about what you should do next, which isn't possible with 1 HP gameplay like in Hotline Miami, because there every mistake costs you like restarting the level. But now it's more about improvisation. If you somehow will mess up, you could retreat now, you can move around, you can make a hole in the wall and pew your enemies from there. The game became much more intelligent. And so after that I thought, why not make it even more intelligent? So I added like kinda open world, and so I added a kinda outside world thing. So now you like driving around the infinite desert, you know, on a bike with a cool music, and you feel cool. You feel that the gameplay will be very fucking fun, and it actually will be very fucking fun. So you drive close to this building, staying in the middle of desert, you know. I think it will be something about the post-apocalypse. You're riding around this desert and you're looting those destroyed buildings and talking to mutated people and adventuring, you know, in the search of the great golden dollar, which we have not a lot nowadays. So you walk around this building and you're looking for holes in the walls, or you're making the holes in the walls, or you can throw a grenade to make a huge hole in the wall, and you can throw a ladder tool to climb on this ladder, you know, to the hole in the wall. Yeah, and now it becomes like pure procedural immersive sim gameplay, very game good. Yeah. Now that there's more depth in this procedural section of gameplay, I kind of want to cut those aesthetic scenes out. Like when you're completing the procedural level, you go to the narrative level where you read some lore and some stuff happens. I also want to cut that because this is the way of making two games simultaneously. This is what we had with Golden Light, with this hub area. It had its own content. Then there's those procedural levels. Yeah, and also there's a fucking cooperative mode with its own story. Making all of this was a mistake, and learning from your mistakes, it's a good thing, I believe. So now I want to put all the efforts of all the work hours into one thing, into these procedural levels. I will add there some like story stuff, and I'll try to make it all like more coherent, you know. I'm still inspired by Rogue, that roguelike with destructible everything, and also I am inspired by, you know, this is crazy, by tactical shooters. Right before the shit happened, I played a bit of Squad game, you know, that military action shooting with team-based something. It's very hard. I didn't get it, you know. I'm too shy to speak with other players using my microphone. It wasn't for me, but I kinda enjoyed that combat system with all the huge distances, you know. If you just shoot in the general direction of the enemy, it will still have the impact. In Squad, when the shot hits somewhere near you, your screen goes black, it's harder to control, you cannot hear things very well. This is what I actually tried to simulate in the Golden Dollar, with all that bumping around. Enemies' projectiles could bump you away too. Finally, I'll talk about why my previous game Golden Light is such a weird little fascinating thing. Why it's so weird? It's weird because I was watching weird movies in my childhood, alright? I remember when my mom bring the Mulholland Drive on the tape to home, and we watched it together, and she closed my eyes when those two girls were each other, you know. I was like 10. So this is where my love to David Lynch and just weirdness comes from. Also, the horror stuff. I was a huge fan. I was a huge fan of horror movies. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Actually, the first few parts of Nightmare on Elm Street, it's so fucking weird, and it's so fucking great, and it's so imaginative. Freddy Krueger is my hero. If you didn't see it, you should definitely watch it. A lot of brilliant ideas hiding in there. So yeah, me and my other horror-looking friends, we love to put references in games, and we put a lot of them. And as for development, the development of the Golden Light was very chaotic. Chaos. We put so many different features in the game, and we had just like a simple idea in our head, the first person Silent Hillish binding of Isaac with procedural stuff, you know, but all the weapons eating and eating yourself. Actually, there's not a lot weird things except this in Golden Light. It all came from gameplay, because Golden Light is like horror. You don't want your player to be able to shoot everyone inside in horror game and feel badass, you know? So apart from the main usage of the weapon, we came up with this thing where you could eat your weapon to heal yourself up a bit. And this led us to the pacifist run endings and all that stuff. The game basically designed itself almost. We were getting feedback, and we were watching it, thinking about what will enhance the player experience. And yeah, we put the bizarre, the interesting, the fascinating, the surprising stuff in our game, and it became a mix of many different things. And after that, the top layer, narrative lore layer, something in the story and lore was taken from real life, something was taken from real life of our heroes that inspired us. And when we put all that together, at the very end of development, I tried to tie it together a bit more with some small narrative tweaks. The god, the dungeon itself talking to you, reacting to your actions, giving some insight on other monsters and bosses and characters and what's happening around at all. The picture of the story in our head was changing, but the content we put in the game, we didn't change it much. If we put something in there, we're too lazy to edit it later, but we still can make it play in the new context somehow. So yeah, it's basically improvisational development style. It's kind of very fucking risky, but hey, we're Russians, we can do stupid fucking shit and just, you know, live with it. So yeah, don't try developing Golden Light at home. Also, don't try this approach of development if you're working with a medium to big team. It won't work at all. Our story, it's more about like a couple of friends gathered together at the basement or at the garage and started, you know, playing a rock band. It almost feels like a hobby, but also we get paid sometimes. So yeah, if you want to join the development of Golden Dollar to make some music or art for free, because I can't pay you. If you are willing to work for love, for some, I don't know, recognition in our small but pretty warm community. If you are a new artist or musician or game designer working with Unity, we could team up a bit. You will gather some experience and I will gather some free work time from you. I mean, being indie is about all that, isn't it? Oh shit, I have my camera broken, сломалась, короче. В общем, thank you for watching. I love you. Go buy my game, go join our Discord server, subscribe to this channel and also leave a like and a comment and everything.